Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Candy's Cozy Couch. My name is Candace, and my nickname is Candy. That's how I came up with that really reliable name. At least I think it's pretty reliable. You can always count on Candy's Cozy Couch. So, anyway, boys and girls, it's time for the checklist. 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 Just like this. All right, here we go. All right, have you guys had your baths or your showers yet? Check. Got your PJs on? Check. Got a cuddle buddy? Check. Are you snug as a bug in a rug in your bed under your blanket? Check. But before all of that, did you brush your teeth? Are they shiny and bright and glistening and clean and your breath all fresh? Check. Do you have a nightlight? This is a just in case, or it's for safety. Okay? Just make sure if you got to get up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom, bathroom, or whatever you need to do, you'll be able to see a little bit without turning on the big lights and waking everybody up like, what was that? Check. Did you give your I love yous, hugs, kisses, and smooches to your family and your pets that live in the house with you? Check. And did you say your prayers? By all means, make sure you say your prayers before you actually drift off and go to sleep. It's very important. Say your prayers first. All right, boys and girls, we are going to keep this bandwagon going, this elephant bandwagon going. This will be my third book about elephants in some way, shape, or form. And tonight it is entitled Little Elephant's Trunk by Hazel Lincoln. There we go. There we go. On the back it says, Little Elephant is taking his first wobbly steps when his trunk trips him up. What is this strange thing for? He watches other African animals as they drink, keep cool, cross the river, wallow in mud, move through the tall grass, and eat juicy leaves. But he wonders, how do elephants do these things? Little by little, the young elephant learns how useful a trunk can be. And we are about to get into that story right now. As a matter of fact, Little Elephant's Trunk. All right. Again, Little Elephant's Trunk. All over the land, there was great excitement. It was springtime, and springtime meant babies. Babies everywhere. The chimpanzee babies clung tightly to its mother. The tortoise's babies struggled out of its shell. The giraffe babies nuzzled its mother's face. The hippo's baby took straight to the water. The zebra's baby hid in the long grass. And the springbok's baby ran and ran. Springboks. Okay. You guys see that? Can you guys see that? The elephants had a new baby too. The whole family rumbled with pleasure as they gazed lovingly upon Little Elephant. Here we go. Little Elephant took his first wobbly steps and fell. Something long and gray was tripping him up. He struggled to his feet, and it happened again. But now his mother was calling. The herd was going to the river. And the baby just got there, but again, baby elephants don't have as much time as human babies have to get it together. Got to figure it out really quick. Little Elephant hurried alongside his mother, stumbling as he tried to keep up. He slipped down the riverbank and fell with a loud splash into the water. He looked down. A face looked back at him, and something odd dangled from the middle of his face. The strange thing was a trunk. Then he realized he was looking at himself, at his own reflection. Yeah, hey guys, ever try that with cats and dogs? Put a mirror in front of them. See how they respond. Some of them can't believe it's them. They think it's a friend to play with, or they don't like it. They growl at it. It's funny. What was the strange dangling thing for? Little Elephant didn't know, but he did know that he was thirsty. The zebra was drinking the water, but Little Elephant couldn't do that. His trunk got in the way. He looked at the big elephants. They dipped their trunks into the water, put them into their mouths, and drank. Little Elephant dipped his trunk into the water, put it in his mouth, and sucked carefully. The cool water was so good. So he is being very attentive. He's paying attention and he's listening and he's watching and he's following the lead of the other elephants so he learns how to use his trunk. Now the sun was burning down. The tortoise was shaded by his shell, but Little Elephant didn't have a shell. He looked at the big elephants. They were using their trunks to spray water over their backs. This looked like fun. Oh yeah. We are having fun with elephants. Don't worry, guys. I'll be getting books about all kinds of animals because I love animals. Little Elephant trumpeted with delight as he joined the elephants' shower. But now the herd was moving on their feeding ground on the other far side of the river. They were going to their feeding ground on the other side of the river. Yes, indeed. Oh, to be an elephant. Little Elephant followed his mother, but the water was very deep, and it kept getting into his trunk. In panic, he scrambled back to the bank. The chimps swung across the river on vines, but Little Elephant didn't have any hands. He looked at the big elephants. They all had their trunks sticking up out of the water. They were breathing by snorkeling. Oh, that makes sense. Have you guys ever been snorkeling before? I haven't. I would like to go one day. Little Elephant crashed into the water, thrust his trunk toward the sky, and paddled happily to the other side. So he's getting the hang of that trunk thing. He's really figuring it out. See what good listeners do? Quick to listen, fast to learn. The more you listen, the more you learn. And the elephant is doing very well, little baby elephant. When he came out of the river, he sank into thick, deep mud. The mud felt good in the hot sun, and he longed to carry his body with it. The hippos, with their short legs, wallowed in the mud, but little elephant's legs were too long. He looked at the big elephants. They picked up large dollops of mud with their trunks and threw them over their backs. Little Elephant tried it. He splattered the cool mud over himself, and it felt wonderful. Good job, Little Elephant. Isn't that Little Elephant doing a wonderful job at learning how to use his most important tool, which is his trunk, his everything. Trunks are so important to the elephants. The herd was on the move again, pushing their way through the long grass. The grass was so high that Little Elephant couldn't see where he was going. He was afraid that he would lose his mother. The Springboks leaped over the grass with their graceful legs as they followed their mother. But Little Elephant's legs were thick and heavy. They were not made for jumping. Yeah, man. When the last time you seen an elephant jump? Huh? Last time you seen an elephant jump? He looked at the big elephants. They walked in a long line, with grandmother in the lead, using its trunk. Each elephant held the tail of the one in front. Quickly, little elephant lifted his trunk and grasped his mother's tail. Now he felt safe. Oh, so they're holding each other's tails like a chain link. Like each elephant is a link in a chain, holding hands just like you would hold hands. Like, for instance, if you were crossing the street, you hold hands so you stay together. Good job, little elephant. Good job, all of the elephants. They're showing us the right way to do it. At last, the elephants reached the feeding grounds. Little elephants spotted some juicy-looking leaves, but they were just out of reach. The giraffes, with their long necks, nibbled deliciously at the leaves, or excuse me, I said delicately. I don't know what I was thinking. Delicately at the leaves. But little elephant's neck was very short. He looked at the big elephants. They curled their trunks around the leaves, tore them off, and put them into their mouths. After a little practice, he could reach the lowest leaves with ease. Delicious. All right, so he learned so fast. This little elephant picked it up real good. Now he knows how to use his trunk. His trunk is going to be a very helpful tool for him. The sun had started to slip below the horizon. It had been a long day for little elephant. He was very tired. He snuggled up close to his mother and felt something gently stroking him. Now, what do you think he felt? Oh, look at that sunset, guys. Look at that beautiful sunset. It was her trunk. He curled his trunk around his mother's. What a very useful thing a trunk is after all, thought little elephant. Yeah, and it indeed was a very useful thing to little elephant. And boys and girls, that is the end of tonight's story. Now that was really awesome. And I think I'm good for now unless I stock up on some Babar stories. Every time I read about elephants, I think about Babar. I think about that elephant. That might be really cool. We'll see. You know, as I keep my connection with the library, we'll deal with the extra books. Anyway, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the story. And I am now about to get you guys ready for the most funnest, importantest, bestest part of the night, which is getting ready for your special dream. Of course, you know, just like the elephant in the story, learning how to use its trunk, you guys are learning how to use your mind, your imagination. Make that big, beautiful brain work. Kiss your brain. Kiss your brain. Your big, beautiful brains are going to rest but work a little bit, but not as much as they do in the daytime. As you drift off into dreamland, simply close your eyes. Whisper to yourself what you would like to dream about so you can lock it all in your brain. Okay? Relax your body. Be still and comfy and cozy in bed, and then just allow yourself to drift off into dreamland so that you can dream your special dream. All right, boys and girls, that's my cue to get on out of your way and let you do what you do. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.